Right guys, welcome back to the channel. You've joined me on the penultimate week of the 6-week challenge. That's it, we've made it to week 5. And it's February! January has finally gone. I just wish it would take this cold weather with it. Sick to death of cold weather. Ah! It is Monday the 3rd of February. You cannot believe how happy I am that January's gone. January's my birthday month as well. You think I'd be happy about that? And it was the start of this vehicle. I don't know if you might call it a vehicle. My concept starting to take shape, so I should be happy about that, but I'm not. Anyway, Monday, here we are, and I need to apologise. I've been slacking with this a wee bit. To fill you in, because of my PC breaking down and me losing files and stuff like that, window wipers are on, I'm a week behind schedule with this, so I'm kind of rattling through it. And you know, when I come on, I've got a kind of slight idea what I've got to say, and then I take it from there, but I'm missing a lot of things out. There's a lot of information that I'm just not given, so I apologise for that. We're going to correct that as of tonight. So tonight is Monday. Monday, we know, involves pull-ups, push-ups and kettlebells, but I'm going to actually show you what we actually do. See, I've got an app that they send the stuff on, so I'm going to put this on the screen. So today, Monday, 3rd of February, we have 3 rounds of double kettlebell squats, and that's on a slant board, so your heels are elevated, toes pointing down the way, makes it harder. Focus on depth. So deeper you get, the better it gets. Good for your legs, good for your abs. Press ups, between 10 and 20, the perfect technique. Now, for the past couple of weeks we've been doing these with like push-up bars. So you get the wee handle things, where these are like bigger versions, like almost like kind of dip bars, but they're half the size of dip bars. And the whole idea behind that is to improve your technique for push-ups. So we'll see tonight, we'll see. But the looks of this, we're going back to normal push-ups, so hopefully. Because, I don't know, I just didn't like that. Didn't like that way. So after the pull-ups, it is press-ups even. The second round of things is pull-ups. Now, I've spoken about pull-ups before. We've been using resistance bands, and I've come all the way down from a green and a purple, which is like your 2 heaviest resistance, to a green and a red, and red's the smallest resistance. So I'm hopefully going to move to the green, because I would rather just, you know, I'd rather get away from get away from the bands completely. But we'll see. After the pull-ups, the second part of pull-ups, the circuit is lunges. It says here body weight lunges. So the past 2 weeks we've been doing it with sandbags, and we're getting heavier with the sandbags. So it looks like it's going back to body weight. So yeah, we'll see. I think the whole idea behind this week is we're going to increase weight. So the past 2 or 3 weeks we've been building up, increasing weight, but building up your reps and stuff like that, so you're doing more times in like a minute or 2 minutes or whatever, and you do more rounds of that as well. So by the looks at it this week, it's just increased body weight. We don't want increased body weight. Increase weight of your kettlebells and stuff. So yeah, we'll see where we go for there. The bit I'm looking forward to the most in this, and probably I shouldn't be looking forward to this, but I can see a word here that I really like the look of. We've done it once before, and it's wall balls. Now wall balls, if you've been paying attention, is the last thing you do in high rocks, and it consists of chucking I think it's a 30 kilo ball at a target on the wall above your head. So it says here we're aiming for 10 rounds each, and that's 10 wall balls and 5 burpees. 10 rounds of it. So that's 1,000 wall balls. 1,000? That's 100 wall balls and 50 burpees. You can tell maths isn't my strong point here. I'm excited because January's away. And last week I was so down and so moany and so grouchy. This week I feel good, I feel better. So we're going to get into it. So other than that, I've not really been going over my results. The whole idea was that I was going to come back to you on the Wednesday or Thursday to do results. Now, Wednesday night, occasionally around here, we're close to a football stadium. I'm not going to say what football stadium, but we're close to a football stadium around here, and it can get really busy. So midweek matches means it's really busy. And where I come to do this, people park and there's buses park and stuff like that. So it's a no-go really. So I haven't got around to it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So let's look at my weigh-in results, if I can figure out how to work it, or if it actually works. So where are we? Blah de blah de blah de blah. So yes, 27th was my last weigh-in. So like I said before, that I weighed in at home basically on a Friday and Saturday. That's been my days since way last year. And it's always been like a Friday's like a kind of preliminary weigh-in, just to see how things are going. And Saturday is my main, that's my weigh-in day. That's results day. And I've seen my weight come down. You know, like I said last time, I hit that 13 stone mark. But it's not carried over on here. I'm still looking heavier here. So my weight was 83.9 kilograms. Which again is still showing me over on my BMI. Which we know is nonsense. But so I'm not too worried about that. My skeletal muscle mass 34.2 kilograms and my fat mass 22.6 kilograms. My body fat percentage 27%, which isn't bad really, considering, look at history. No, that doesn't help. Does it? No, it doesn't help. So if we look at my history, not my history because that doesn't help, just my main results. So in my first week, my body fat percentage was 28.7. So I've come down by 1.7%. So doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, I carry it a lot in around my waist and stuff like that, and my shorts, my trousers and stuff like that are getting smaller. Last week I had to put a new hole in my belt. It's the second new hole I've had to put on that belt this year. So I mean, that tells you everything you need to know there. So yeah, I'm not too worried about any of this. But it's good to see it coming down. It's good to see changes. You know, it's good to see things seemingly working out. Hold on a second, I just need to set my monitor back up here. There we go. Now see myself again. There. Right, so last week, to a sense, you know, as I said, we were climbing up the weights and adding reps and stuff like that. Last week, I felt it was a bit easier last week. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. The main kind of coach guy who owns the place was on holiday. He was on a skiing trip, and you have his second in command and another coach, somebody I've never met before, but he deals with weekends and stuff like that. The more cardio heavy stuff is his forte. So for 2 of the days that I was there last week, there was no finisher. So the thing that I said at the end there, the wall balls and the burpees, you do something like that, more kind of even mix between cardio and weights. But there was none. It was 2 days. So I don't know, I mean, I was slightly disappointed there. I drop in early when I do my weigh-ins and can I get a wee warm-up on the treadmill and stuff, and I seen the previous class and they were the same, they didn't get it either. So it's not just us, it's not just the newcomers, the 6 weekers. But on the Thursday, the finisher was absolutely brutal, but I loved it. Right up my street. There was all sorts going on. There was overhead press dumbbells, there was burpees, there was toe taps. There was something I never did before. It was box jumps. This car hates me. It was box jumps. Yeah, if you've never done a box jump before, it's basically what it sounds like. You jump onto a box. But we had, set up in front of us, we had 3 sizes. Big, not so big, and tiny. So me being one of the slimmer, shall we say, in the class, on that day at least, I was tasked with the big box. Now the big box sits, as I stood in front of it, just under knee height. So I mean, there's a bit of fear there. As you look at it from a distance, you think, it's not too bad, and then you stand in front of it and you think, how am I going to do this? But I gave it a couple of goes. First time I put it on its side, so it's slightly smaller, and they laughed at me because I could have jumped on it twice. Basically, I cleared double the height of the the box. So put it back up normal, tried it again, probably jumped too high, but nice soft landing and stuff like that. Boom, we were away. We had to do 10 of them. I pushed through 5 circuits of this with these box jumps, and I was leaping like a gazelle at the end of it. But yeah, that was the cardio I needed all week. The cardio we didn't get until the Thursday, and I enjoyed it. Great fun. Well, like I've said previously, days when I'm in the gym, as like a kind of homework exercise, we need to go for a walk. This has increased over time, so they're adding 5 minutes on every week as we go. Now, at first this was a bit of a chore. You know, it's probably the last thing you want to do is to go for a walk after work, after you've had a long day at work, you know. But I actually quite enjoy it now. You know, there's nights where you stick your earphones on, get some music, and the time just ticks by. I've got a kind of route that I take. Obviously I have to extend as the time gets added on. But I've got a kind of base route that I go. Problem with that is, especially the problem with earphones, you know, I'm not walking around a park or like a well-lit area or anything like that. I mean, I'm walking around the streets of the East End of Glasgow, which there's a certain element of danger there. So I mean, earphones in, you do occasionally, you know, keep yourself out, you're kind of looking over your shoulder and stuff like that, but it's been fine. I mean, there's been no incident really. But my issue with it is it's dark, right? The whole point of doing this in January and stuff like that is fresh year, fresh start, and it's given me a year until I'm 40. But I'd love to be able to, you know, it'd be daylight when I go for this walk at night. But it is what it is, I suppose. But the other night there, so I'm going for a walk. When I'm out, I wear a baseball cap. Keeps me dry if it's raining and stuff like that. And I don't know, maybe it's a disguise. Maybe I'm kind of incognito. With a baseball cap, gloves, a snood, and a hoodie. And whatever I wear on the bottom. But I suppose to some people, when they see that, I mean, that could look quite intimidating. Somebody wearing mostly dark clothes with a baseball cap on. I either look like a burglar or a hitman. But the other night I was out, set off, it was like Friday night, Saturday night or something like that. And there's a wee path that I cut up, just off the main road. And I'd cut up onto this path. So I'd already committed, already passed the main kind of walkway. And I noticed up ahead, there was a wee old woman coming towards me. And this wee old woman, and she had a walking stick and everything. She seen me, and she froze. Now, I was still a good bit away, but I kind of looked around and I was like, there's nowhere else I can go that doesn't look like I'm really trying to avoid you here. You know, look more suspicious. So, I keep walking, and I can see her just looking at me. I'm trying not to make eye contact, I'm trying not to even look at her, you know what I mean, because I don't know what to do in this situation. You know, what do you do? So I just sort of kept my eyes fixed on a point in the ground and just kept walking. I walked past her. I mean, she was clutching this walking stick. Like, if I had sneezed, she'd have probably smashed me over the head with it. I don't know, it made me feel sad. It made me feel like, you know, this is why I don't want to do this in the dark. But at the same time, it was like 7:30 at night. You know, this woman, she must have been like 80, if not more. Why were you outside? Why were you walking about on your own in the dark? But anyway, it just made me think, you know, this whole time that I'm walking and looking off my shoulder and stuff like that. And people are looking at me and thinking the same thing. Oh, so check that guy, watch him. But anyway, guys, that's what I've got for tonight. Monday night, 3rd of February, we're going to go back in, we're going to smash it, we're going to get good results, I'm going to increase the weights. Oh, and before I go, actually, so I spoke about last week, but the dumbbells, no dumbbells, kettlebells, and how I was getting pain in my arms and stuff like that. Now don't laugh at me, but I bought these. So they're big sweatbands that cover the pain, the area that's causing me pain. So the bruise is here, same on this side. But there's a wee bit of plastic in here that covers over that. So when you flip the kettlebell, let's even get kettlebells on it. When you flip it over, it has the plastic instead of hitting your arm. And I'm hoping that's going to provide me with enough protection for the bruises to heal and I can finally get rid of them. Because I mean, this is, like I said, I'm struggling with this, so it's kind of really put me off. You know, you're pushing, you know, to push your numbers and stuff like that, and obviously, like I said, we're going to be getting up in weight this week. Last week I was at 12.5, so on each side. That's 25 kilos. So the next step up for that is, or was it 12.5 actually? I was on 14s last week, so that's 28. Next step up for that's 32. So I mean, the heavier and heavier that gets, so I mean, I'm assuming the worse that's going to get. So hopefully that helps. But anyway, like I said, I need to get round here. Get way done and get the night smashed on. So, as always, if you've enjoyed watching this, and hello to my new subscribers by the way. If you've enjoyed watching this and you haven't already done so, like, subscribe, come along for the ride. Catchies. Peace.